How's it going, YouTube? This is Weston, Weston's Toys and Collectibles, and today we're going to be taking a look at both Wildrider and Breakdown from the Transformers Legacy lines. This one being from Legacy, this one being from the first wave of Legacy Evolution. I know it's been a minute since I looked the last two, or the first two Stunt-Gods we got, which were Drag Strip and Motormaster. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these two. They're basically the same mold. There's a few mold differences, and we'll point those out, but for the most part, these are the same figure, just with a few minor differences. And a few of those minor differences can be seen here in robot mode. The chest and the heads are completely different, obviously. And if we come down here to the back, the lower legs are different, the back at least. This side piece here is the same on both of them, but and the waist section here is different. So those are the differences in these two figures. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at one at a time, honestly. So looking at Wildrider here, we got nice red paint on the arms. They could have used a second coat on the arms, really. Face looks great, though. He's got, like, metallic blue eyes. Nice silver and blue on the chest here. This is painted black here in the middle. Otherwise, the rest of the paint on the figure is dedicated more to his vehicle mode. Articulation on both of these figures. The head's on a ball joint that can, where's that swivel? It's on a swivel. Yep. It's actually on one of these mushroom pegs, so it comes off really easily. So, not ideal, but it's on a swivel, and it can't really move up because the panel kind of sits, it has like a resting spot there. The arms are on a hinge swivel, so they go all the way around. Kind of have to get them out of the way to get all the way around. Otherwise, they kind of bump up against this car kibble here in the back. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bicep swivel. It's on just an open mushroom peg here. Elbow is 90 degrees, and the wrist can move in and out for transformation. He has a waist swivel. Big, deep screw holes here. I'm sure somebody's made some covers for those, but unsightly. Yes, waist swivels all around. For transformation mostly, and then articulation, of course. Forward and backward on the legs to nice spread there. And then side to side, and I've had to trim these to get them to not just pop into, like you can see here. Oh, of course it doesn't do it when I'm trying to show it. Like right here, it pops back into place. And I've trimmed the plastic in there just to make it do that less, because otherwise he was just standing like this and you couldn't get him in an A stance. Now I can get him into an A stance. And we lost focus. Alright. So, the backpacks. Backpacks are kind of egregious on these guys. You can mediate it. And I'm sure like everybody's shown this, but you can mediate it a bit by just kind of folding it up like that. It doesn't look so, blown out like this does. But it's still, a large backpack. It's not the worst thing, and it's definitely, not gonna end the world here. So, it kind of looks, it kind of looks meh, especially compared to how we got, how Drag Strip and Motormaster were really clean, and also how Dead End is a very clean figure. This just feels lazy. Feels lazy is what it, anyway, we'll go ahead and take a look at the paint apps on this guy now. Same red for the face, silver and blue on the chest. Then the legs down here completely painted blue. All the articulation on these figures is the same, so Don't need to go beating a dead horse. Accessories, though, are vastly different. So, Wildrider has these two pistols. And he has two of them. They're exactly the same. Post on one side and a hole on the other side. So you can plug them together if that serves any purpose for you. Otherwise, he can actually hold them himself. However, he holds them all the way down here at the bottom of the post because they can't go all the way into his hands due to the way his arm is shaped. Just the way the arm is molded, and it only goes about halfway into the hand. It stops about right there where the middle finger is. It's not the best thing, honestly. It's not great. A little bit better though is Breakdown. He has one pistol. He can hold it two different ways, three different ways, honestly, if you count the handle or the barrel, which is also a 5mm post. And then he comes with a spoiler. This was dumb. It should have just been attached to his legs on the back and just, you know, give us two guns. Have the spoiler attached, two guns like everybody else has, but he holds his gun a lot better. It does reach the bottom of his fist for the most part. You still get a bit of that post showing above the hand here, but it's fine. It's a lot better than these guys not going all the way down. They just don't seem to be as well supported. And then, of course, if you wanted to, you can do the Evo Fusion gimmick and like stick this on here and make it like a sword, I guess. That's what they're going for, but it's dumb. Honestly, the only thing that's kept me from not just cutting this in half and just perma-gluing it onto the back of his legs is this review. I honestly might turn around and go do that after this, but yeah. Transformation's the same on both of these figures, so I'm going to go ahead and stick these to the side, though, because I'm going to show Breakdown's transformation, because it does involve both of his accessories, whereas his accessories just really plug onto the top. So transformation to get him into his vehicle mode. First, we're going to go ahead and flip the fists in, and we can straighten the arms out, straighten the elbows, and they kind of clip into place. Not like a loud locking, but it does lock into place. You do have to kind of pull it past that point. Open his chest and flip the head in, and flip the chest back up. Then we can rotate the waist. You want to make sure the windshield's down all the way like this, or down the other way when you do that, when you rotate the waist, because there is a panel that sticks out the back, and if you have it, if it's at any kind of angle, I think his doesn't do it. So there's like a slightly different molding on the top, I think. On the roof of the vehicle, I think there's slightly different molding here. Oh, actually, there it is. So if it's like at this angle, it's not gonna let you move the waist. Any other angle it will. There you go. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and open these legs up and pull these feet out. We can clip the legs together here, and you want to bend at the joint below the knee. I don't even think I fully covered the leg articulation. He does have thigh swivels, thigh swivel, 90-degree knee, ankle rocker, forward and back on the toe. There we go. Anyway, back to this guy. So next we're going to go ahead and just pull these under and kind of clip his arms into place. There's a little tab that just sits underneath there. Then we're going to take this and make sure to get these two tabs through the grooves here. You kind of have to manipulate it a little bit. But there's 2 grooves here, and those tabs should go push through. And then make sure it just sits flush there. And when you bring the windshield down, there's the vehicle mode minus accessories. He gets his spoiler. And then his weapon stores underneath here. And it plugs into this rectangle gap here on the... which is nice. I like that they incorporated that there. Because with the spoiler here, he can't have the weapon deployed in vehicle mode. And then through the power of movie magic, here is Wildrider in his vehicle mode. And then his guns just store on top here. So you can see this whole front portion exactly the same. And then of course the side panel here. The only differences are this top section here of the vehicle mode. Removing these, you can see just how different. They kind of tried to go with a faux Countach look here, even though this car is clearly not a Countach. And then he's got his little not quite Ferrari look going on. It's like Ferrari, if Ferrari and Lamborghini had actually made a deal. So, anywho, they do roll not the best, just because of the mushroom peg wheels, so it kind of sucks at rolling. So now the only other thing we can do is we can go ahead and turn these guys into legs. So I'm going to lift this panel up and the hood on both of these, and like that, and that's them in their leg mode basically. And then we can bring in our friend Menasor. And how this works, we've got these 2 T-shaped tabs here, 2 ports, and then 2 square rectangle tab or slots here. And all those are just going to combine here. These T-shaped posts are going to push this purple piece in and cover the panels. So we'll go ahead and plug him on, and there he is. And this kind of just sits down. This kind of just sits down. I was playing with the idea of actually having this kind of up like this as a calf, but it didn't work too well, especially since Breakdown has his weapon storage. And with Breakdown's weapon storage, you can keep his weapon stored while he's in leg mode. Speaking of which, we'll just attach him the same exact way. Due to these being painted, it's a bit tighter, and these have actually, I think, cracked a little bit. Maybe not. Either way, they are tighter, and you hear that every time it goes on. It makes that noise. It sounds like the plastic cracking. I think that's what it is. But when they're attached, that's what it looks like from the front here. These panels just close up and mimic the look of the bottom of the vehicle. And then from the back, it looks like that. So it's not the worst thing in the world. And there's definitely mods if you prefer the cars on the front. However, I think they were on the back of the vehicle, or back of their legs in the show, so that's what I go with. So this has been my review of Wildrider and Breakdown from the Legacy Transformers toy line. This is Weston's Toys and Collectibles, and until next time, when we take a look at Dead End, till all are one.